Endry watched as she walked past him without a glance, across the main road Endry had entered the settlement on, and up a set of gray and brown stone stairs that had been built to lead to the ports that funded the town's growth. A few people had gathered around a notice board, almost entirely men, but aloe and human alike. Parting as the object of Endry's interest walked up to the board with authority, pinning her own document that she pulled from a scaled leather satchel just off center on the plank of fur. She turned and walked back the way from which she had come, not realizing Endry was now standing behind her. She gave the smallest of surprised as she turned around startled, then waited expectantly for Endry to stand aside with an air of authority that made Endry feel obligated to comply, if only not to cause a stir in the burrow in which he would be staying. Endry chose not to watch her leave, his eyes more focused on the notice the aloe woman had posted. There was a time he would have strained his eyes in order to try and understand the board, but he did not have the energy for a migraine that would bring this morning. While he did rest in Rokel and Claren's wagon, the lack of space and the constant jostling from the uneven road, coupled with his nightmares, ensured Endrymion was still especially groggy. Endry reached into his pocket and pulled a single spent rifle shell, ejected from the rifle wrapped in the pole bag a day earlier, just before dusk. A Vronti heron with a beak not dissimilar to Endry's own spear had taken to the coast along the road. It watched the wagon with its serpentine-like neck bent in a hook over the reflective water of the calm beach at this time. Occasionally it would stretch its long gray wings in a stance to bathe in the last light of the setting sun, although the size and gesture made it look like a sign of intimidation to travelers. Like all Eridae, it had become enlarged in this new world to the point where its knee would have come just to Endry's head if the guard had let it come anywhere near that close to the small band of travelers.